hoping the sun is shining and people are coming out to have a really exciting and time here. And as a consequence of that, we're looking forward to 3 days of high energy and lots of vibrancy here.
Madness, vibrancy, and I'm sure a lot of people are dying to be outdoors to experience this, regardless of what's been happening for the past year and a half. Right now, I'm joined by a heavyweight when it comes to the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, Jim Michaelian, who has been working nonstop and endlessly since 1975, and then in 2001, you took the reins. You were the CEO, and nothing has been able to stop you ever since. And you have been able to bring so many audiences and so much people and so much notoriety to Long Beach. Welcome to the show, Jim. What an honor to have you here.
Well, thank you, Nour. I really appreciate the opportunity to come out and talk about what for us is our big event here this year, the Acura Grand Prix, which will be here on September 24th to the 26th. And we're looking forward to having another great show. Obviously, it was canceled back in 2020, and in 2021, we couldn't operate the event in April like we usually do. So we're looking forward to being the last race on the IndyCar calendar this year, and we're hoping that the championship is decided right here on the streets of Long Beach.
I was just about to say that there is a silver lining to the postponement, because now we get to wrap it up in style in Southern California, and we get to experience really the buildup of an amazing, intense, chaotic year. I remember how we all had to postpone the credentials because the pandemic happened. It's been a year and a half, but now we are finally getting our break. And it's so funny, we were talking right before we went to break how the first time it happened, it took place in September, right? The first Grand Prix.
The very first race was a Formula 5000 race, and it took place on September 28, 1975. And then we came back in 6 months and we ran our first Formula One race here on March 28th, 1976. And now we're going to basically replicate that pattern again, because after our race in September here, we're going to go back to our traditional date in April the 8th through the 10th in 2022.
It's so eerie, and that to me, I don't believe in coincidences. I think it's full circle. I think there's something above us, a higher power that is watching over us and showing us like, this is where you should go. And there's also an amazing part about you going back to April, because we get to wait only a few months before we get to experience it all over here in the heart of downtown Long Beach.
6 months, it'll be back on the streets again with very much the same kind of a entertainment package and a racing schedule. But you know, we're looking forward to this year. Like I said, not only this will be the final race for the IndyCar series, but we've got the IMSA sports cars here, we got drifting, we have Robbie Gordon's trucks flying through the air.
Flying and crashing in style.
Yes, exactly, which is really a crowd favorite. And then we have a historic Formula Atlantic race, and we're also putting on a new event here called Global Time Attack. So
Global Time Attack, what is that about?
Global Time Attack is really interesting. They bring out highly modified cars, big wings, big diffusers, big engines, and they give everybody a chance to go out and set a time in 15 minutes, the fastest time around the track, and whoever's the quickest over the 3 days gets to be the champion.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Totally different. It's not side by side, it's you against the circuit, and you go out, you set your best time, and whoever's quickest is the winner of the event.
Talk about adrenaline, talk about fun, talk about entertainment for all the families that want to come here during this 3-day, 2-evening event happening starting September 24th?
24th through 26th, Friday through Sunday. It's a 3-day event, and there's activities both in the daytime. We have drifting at night, and we also have a big concert here on Saturday night.
With Vince Neil headlining.
Vince Neil,
from
exactly.
Motley Crue.
The Motley Crue, legendary rocker, will be here.
You have a law in physics from UCLA, and then somehow you just ended up in charge of the Grand Prix in Long Beach. How did that even happen?
Well, it goes back to the fact that even before I got my degree, I was always a very enthusiastic follower of the sport. As a little kid, I had a real passion for racing. And as I came up, and grew older, that only began to grow and magnify as time went along. And then I heard about the opportunity that Long Beach was going to have the possibility of hosting it was then a Formula One race. And I lived in Long Beach, and I said, there's no way there's a street race in my town, and I'm not going to be a part of it.
I got to do that.
That's right.
Yes.
So I got involved early on, and the the thing just grew as time went along. We ran Formula One here from 1976 to 1983. In 1984, we switched to the IndyCar's and have stayed with that during the rest of the time here. And we've had a great deal of support. The city's great in terms of providing us with not only all the physical attributes, but also working with us in terms of the promotion of the event. We've had great sponsors here. Toyota, as you know, was
Going
literally
places,
here.
yeah.
Was here in 1975 as a pace car and was a title sponsor of this race. It was a Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach for literally for 44 years. And then they left in 2018. And 2019, we were very delighted that Acura came on board, young, very aggressive company, and we've had a great relationship with them, and it's just now getting started as we begin the journey together with them into the future.
What, is it 200,000 people that get to come here?
We have
or
about
185?
185, yeah, 185,000, and we're anticipating we're going to have something like that this
Nice.
year. There are going to be some protocols in place when people come, and which, you know, we've talked to the health department here in the city of Long Beach and also with the state health agencies, and people will be masked here because we're a mega event, and any mega event of 10,000 people or more requires masking both indoors and outdoors. And then the city of Long Beach has mandated that any attendee here have proof of vaccination or a very 72-hour prior to the event negative COVID test. So those are going to be the requirements to get in. But once people come in, you know, Nour, the fact is this is going to be one of the safest venues in all of California because nobody else right now is being required to do that. So if you come here, you at least have the peace of mind that this is probably the best place I could be, and that's what we're hoping for. And you know, knowing Southern California in September, I'm hoping the sun is shining and people are coming out to have a really exciting and time here. And as a consequence of that, we're looking forward to 3 days of high energy and lots of vibrancy here.
Madness, vibrancy, and I'm sure a lot of people are dying to be outdoors to experience this, regardless of what's been happening for the past year and a half.